the moon and let me play among the stars. Let
You
me see
think
what
that spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song
and
let me sing forevermore. You are all I want for all I worship and adore. In other words,
please be
this is
true.
true. In other words, I love you. Okay. So lately I've been playing a lot of Nintendo games, right? I have been like going back, like trying to experience a lot of stuff that, I play games regularly on stream. I talk about all sorts of things. I do this or that. And I do think like, considering we are about 1,000 subs in, I have 1,000 subscribers right now. I believe 1,006 last time I counted. Yeah, I think it needs to be said again. Nintendo is better than the other companies, right? Like I have said this numerous times in regards to my YouTube channel, like in regards to like the gaming industry, in regards to like the entire culture of gaming. Like there can be no denying it at this point. You haven't been able to deny it since like 1998. Since the release of Ocarina of Time. Actually, even before that, with like Super Mario Bros. Kind of taking the world by storm. Nintendo is simply better than the competition, right? And right now, we are in this weird situation where everybody is desperate to avoid like admitting that very simple fact, right? We are in this weird position where everyone is trying to say that like there are no good Switch games coming out, that Mario Bros. Wonder isn't going to do very well, that nobody cares about like Tears of the Kingdom, a game that sold almost 20 million units in like less than 2 months. That nobody cares about Fire Emblem Engage, that it bombed. That Bayonetta failed, that Metroid Dread failed, that it isn't a big property, even though it's like the best-selling Metroid game ever. Like, No More Heroes 3 was a bomb. Like, you have like so many people coming out every single release, every single time, trying to make up some narrative, make up something, or like try and do their very best to downplay the reality, right? To ignore reality, to pretend as if there's any chance at all that some company is going to come swooping out and save them from the Nintendo menace. That Nintendo is on the way out, that the fad is over, and that people will like suddenly start like playing their PlayStation and iPhones, right? Like they're gonna like, Nintendo can't compete anymore in the iPhone generation. Like these guys are doing everything they can to downplay every major Nintendo release. And I think people are greatly underestimating the long-term popularity and success of games like Tears of the Kingdom, of Fire Emblem Engage, of Cereza and the Lost Demon, of games like Advance Wars 1 and 2 Remake. Like, the original Advance Wars came out in 2001, right? 22 years later, a remake gets made and it does this well. Like, that is phenomenal. People don't seem to understand that Nintendo is not going to run out of games anytime soon. Not going to run out of games ever again, honestly. And like the narrative that like they can't compete and that like whatever is going to drive them out of the industry is just plain laughable. Like Nintendo is the best and will always stand at the top of the industry.